Say that he definitely has tarnished his legacy. I think he will always be remembered for the stunning performances that he put on. I mean, when he first broke into the UFC, he was incredible, absolutely unstoppable. Yes, outside of the octagon, made some very, very bad decisions, and unfortunately this is one that isn't going to go away for a long time. I think he's looking at a 4-year suspension. And it's fair to say there's no smoke without fire. You know, this isn't his first time. So we've got to see how this thing unfolds, but it's not looking good.
Should he be banned from the sport permanently?
I believe so. I believe so. If you have a history of taking performance-enhancing drugs, I think there's no place for it. This is a vicious sport. It's not for everybody. We're not trying to put a ball into a basket. We're trying to, you know, you can dress it up however you want, but we're trying to beat our opponents either into submission or knock them out. Performance-enhancing drugs have no place in this sport.
I think he did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
I mean, take a boxer, put him inside an octagon. See if he lasts almost to the very round. Not going to happen. 2 minutes tops.
Right.
Any boxer.
Yep.
It's going to look like the Randy Couture, James Toney match. Any boxer. So for Conor to be able to step in their realm, do their sport, and distinguish himself all the way to almost the 11th round, hell of a job. I think it's a win for him, win for MMA.
Do you see a path that gets you back to him, McGregor? Or is that what you want ultimately?
I don't know how long, whether he'll have a belt, whether it'll strip him of a belt, who he'll fight. So it's not necessarily Conor McGregor that I'm interested in getting back to. I just want my world title back. So to do that, Justin Gaethje winning in a devastating fashion against him, getting a #1 contender, beating them, and then pushing for a world title. That's my goal.
Would you have preferred if the ref didn't stop the fight and we can get just knock him all the way unconscious?
He has a career. No, he still has a career. He's still young, and
that'd be very damaging for his
very, very damaging. We have to think about these fighters. Even like my Uncle Roger. Right now, he keep walking off, wandering off. No one can find him. He ended up in the hospital. So brain damage, it happens.
Yeah.
I was very surprised that he did better than what I thought he was going to do.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, sure.
So it's a catch-22. If I'd have blew him out in the first round, they would have had something to say. If we let the fight go on a little longer than expected, they're going to have something to say. So it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. If I let it go the distance, they're going to say something. Yeah. So what you saying that is basically, once again, we praising him. We're not praising me, we praising him.
You know, this may be the last fight if you lose. You know, win or lose, though, I mean, is that itch still going to be there? Or will we kind of do this again maybe a couple months down the road after the fight, win or lose? Or you know, where's your head at? Is it just kind of...
It's always depend on how it's going to happen. It's always depending how it's going to happen, you know, and how I will feel. But I have no desire to hang out in the sport too long like some guys did in the past. A lot of great boxers, some of the greatest and fighter as well, they hang out too long. I have no desire to do the same thing. If I come back, it's because I believe you guys haven't seen the best out of me yet.
Long story short, it's going to be a minute before I'm out in the octagon, which almost works to the division's credit because the deck needs to be shuffled a little bit more. There's no real and true clear-cut contender, #1 contender right now. And once these fights take place and these guys get out there and compete, do a training camp and fight, the world champion will just be getting back in the mix, so it'll be perfect timing.
Imagine like Canelo or Golovkin lands that uppercut, bro.
Right.
We're still waking Floyd up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and people, and I get some trolls feeds on my Twitter where they're like, "Oh, Paulie talking about somebody's power." I never got sold as a power puncher though. Right. I won world championships being sold as a non-puncher. But when you try to come in selling yourself as a puncher and then you hit like a bitch,
wait a second,
that
Paulie.
is what you should be ashamed of. You know what I mean? Nobody sold me as a puncher. That's where you got to be ashamed of yourself. You're the one who's selling yourself as a puncher, and your fan base selling yourself as a puncher. So now you hit like my sister, bro, like my niece. Forget my sister. My sister's an adult. She probably is harder than you. You're like my niece.